Welcome to Pressure Point. I'm Sinead Anthony, and today for my first episode, I'm joined by my friend Marian Ahmed. And today we're just going to speak about her journey with boxing, swimming, and her job being a lifeguard. As I just said, you do boxing, swimming, and lifeguard. What kind of put you into being a boxer, first of all?
Into being a boxer, it was my dad, because my dad grew up with it. And he introduced it to my brother, which obviously if I see like my brother doing it and my dad being interested, I'm going to take like a key interest to it, which is what got started me into like training and stuff.
So when it comes to like boxing and being like a female, being like boxing, were you in like mixed classes or were you like just with girls and stuff like that? And like how did you feel going to boxing, being like, because you're small, aren't you? Like,
yeah.
So how was it like going into boxing, being like this small girl, like going to like punch people all the time? Like, how was it?
For starters, it was a mixed class, unfortunately. But looking around, it was mainly more boys than girls because like, obviously like boxing, not many girls are going to be like, oh my God, Mum, I want to box. Obviously not, which obviously it was a bit scary for me, but I always had my brother with me, which made it more like, okay, like you're safe, like you can do it type of thing. But going in, it was definitely scary. But as like you continue training, you find like your people like that you gravitate more towards, which I found interesting and fun because I met new people. Although there weren't many like girls, the ones that you do meet in training, they're definitely your friends.
And the ones that you do meet in training, are they very much like, you can have ones that kind of prey on your downfall and stuff like that, but were they like always hyping you up, like, come on Marian, you can do it, like hit harder, like stuff like that? Or were they kind of ones who was just like, she can't do it, like why is she here? And like how did you cope with friends who were like that?
Yeah. Obviously there are going to be a few people who are like, what are you doing? Like for girls though, I feel like it's more of a thing where it's like there's only like one or two like selective out of the group that are girls. Yeah. So you kind of more like cling on to each other and like make it more fun and you hype each other up, which obviously is what it's about. But for the boys, I feel like there are a few that's like, you're a girl, like what are you doing here type of thing. But you kind of just have to brush it and like ignore it because there's always going to be people that don't like what you're doing.
My brother does boxing and stuff like that. What was the comparison like being at home and having your brother who does boxing, who everybody kind of expects to do well, and then there's you, and it's like, which person would they kind of do it? Like, what was the comparison between you two, like in your households together, doing boxing at the same time?
Yeah, at the same time, it can be hard, but in my household, I don't think there was any difference. The only difference was that my brother was more like, oh, like he has a bout next week, he has a bout in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but as well as me, I had to wait ages for it. So it was kind of different towards it. But my brother and my dad, they were always like uplifting.
Yeah, when you say you had to wait ages for it, was it because you couldn't find anyone who would fight, or because, you know, you're female, so there's not that many female boxers at that age when you were fighting? So was that kind of one of the difficulties that you had, that you couldn't get a fight as much as your brother did because you were a female doing that sport?
Yeah, I felt like growing up and like female boxers, age, weight category, there's literally no one. It's like very, very hard, especially in London. Out of London, I feel like there are more female boxers, but in London, take your chances, man, take your chances.
So you're Muslim, right?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to dive deep into the Islamic thing of everything, and also being a female Muslim.
Yes.
You guys have fasting, you have Ramadan, you have Eid.
Yeah.
Doing boxing is obviously weight categories. Like with me, I do karate, so it's weight categories and stuff like that. How did you cope around that time of year when it came to boxing?
Yeah. You know what? I didn't do competitions in Ramadan because, first of all, it's considered not haram, but it's not the best to compete when it's Ramadan because it's an Islamic month. Like, if you like, you can spare 1 month out of all the 12 months is Ramadan to spare because you're gonna get sins.
So you didn't like fight?
I didn't fight.
Or train or anything?
No, I trained.
Okay.
But not fighting, because fighting, like, I'm not about to get sins for it. Obviously, some people beg to differ, and there are some people who genuinely do compete in Ramadan. But it always turns out to be bad. They'll either faint, get knocked out, or like lose the fight, and then it's on them. So I just didn't compete then because it's just like.
So when you didn't compete then,
Yeah.
what was like your brain thinking when you didn't compete? Were you upset that you weren't allowed to like sit back and compete, and like the mental side, were you just like deflated and stuff like that when you weren't allowed to compete because of your religion? Or was it you just accepted the fact that you just couldn't compete, like it was you just had to?
I just accepted the fact because I just feel like it's better to accept it. And you know what it is, you train for 12 months anyways.
Yeah.
So it's just like you might as well just take that 1 month and take it for yourself, have your time off, relax, eat, be fat, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Like, just take your time and get closer to your religion, like, just for 1 month. And then after that, you can get back into the rhythm. You don't have to stop training, just don't fight. I feel like that's better.
Yeah, and also, as I said from the start, you do swimming as well. So with the Muslim and swimming and Islamic ways, you guys aren't really allowed to show skin that much and stuff like that. Like, did you have battles with doing stuff like that? Like, did you wear certain types of swimwear, or were you just put in there and you just swam and just dealt with what happened after?
No, you know what it is? Like, in the back of your mind, you're always going to, like, obviously religion is a person. Like, it makes you who you are. So, like, wearing certain type of skin clothes and then my last name being whatever, there's people that are gonna like beg to differ and be like, oh, like, why is she doing this? Why is she dressing like this? Why is she like doing that and that? It's not like halal. It's not halal. So obviously some people are gonna be like, what are you doing? But I literally just block it out. Like, if I want to do something, I can do it. And if someone's not perfect themselves, they shouldn't be talking on other people to begin with anyways.
And you say other people, do you mean family or teammates and stuff like that? Because obviously families can be strict. They can be strict with how they are if you wear hijab, if you don't wear hijab. As you can tell, you don't wear hijab. Yes. But were they like, when you said, oh, I want to start swimming, I want to do swimming, were they like, oh, Marian, like, no, you can't do that, you can't show your skin, you can't do stuff like that? Or were they very much supportive in that way, and how did you deal with that? No,
my family were always supportive because... One thing about my family, they won't push anything on you that they don't want you to do. So I feel like I wanted to do what I wanted to do and they allowed it. And they gave me ideas and assumptions or whatever. But I feel like they were very supportive at the end of the day. But teammates, like, I swapped teams countless times when I was growing up. So I started competitive swimming when I was, I'd say 10. And then I switched to an actual swimming club, and then I switched again because the first team, they were very like not my type of vibe, and I didn't fancy the waking up early doing training, and I'm not even happy about it. So it's just like, why am I going to wake up early? Like, yes, I want to do good in my sport, but if I'm not going to wake up happy and go to the sport happy, I'm not going to force myself to do that. So I swapped teams, and then the second team, I really enjoyed that team, but unfortunately during COVID times they went bankrupt. And they got shut down, which I was really upset about. But I found a different club where most of the teammates from my previous club joined. But obviously I have responsibilities now. I'm a grown adult. I have work, I have a job, I have a life to look forward to. So I had to stop doing it. But I still swim for fun occasionally. So yeah. Yeah, you say you switch teams quite a lot growing up, and usually you grow up and you're in a team, you usually stay with that team until you're ending. Like, I've been with the same team since I was 5. Like, it's normal. So how did you deal with, you said you switched like 3 teams to 2 teams, 3 teams? 3 teams. So how was the switch and the coping mechanism with it? Because obviously you lose your friends and you lose the family and the build that you have had. So how have you actually dealt with it growing up and switching teams? Were you very much like, I don't want to be here, I don't want to do this, I don't have my friends with me, my school shut down, my swim team shut down, like, how were you actually dealing with that growing up? Because you were quite young as well, so you don't really know how to deal with stuff like that. So how did you do it as an athlete? As an athlete, listen, like I said, for the first team, again, I wasn't very happy with them. They have different backgrounds to me. They grow up in different areas, they grow up with different issues, like, they have their own thing, and I feel like mine didn't collide with theirs. So I feel like I didn't necessarily have any friends growing up there anyways to begin with. Like, we did so many competitions, it was a blast, we had fun, but I was young. Like, if we wanted to stay in contact, we definitely could have, but they just weren't my type of people. But the second team, I was actually very upset that they like shut down, because like a few of them, they were my guys. They were my guys. And you know, I still talk to some of them to this day, because I like, listen, when you have friends in sports, like I said, it's different to having friends in school. Like friends, it's like family. Friends in sports are like family. They're like the ones who you go to like when you want to talk. But and my last team, like I still see them occasionally when I do my job, because they swim on Wednesdays when I'm working, sometimes I'll catch up a shift on Wednesday, talk to them, talk to the coach, see what's up, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Have you ever, like, this goes with swimming and boxing, have you ever dealt with like any big injuries, or even if it's a little injuries, have you ever dealt with it, and how did you actually deal with them? Because boxing, you can easily get injured, you can easily get concussions, you can easily do stuff like that. So how have you actually dealt with those injuries, if you have had any? And yeah, how'd you get over it?
I haven't had to deal with any serious injuries.
Lucky you.
But I remember one time, what did I do? I think I must have been playing like some sort of like sport in the school, and I must have busted up my finger, which was kind of devastating. But you know me, I don't see an injury unless your bones are actually broken and you're in a cast. Then maybe you can have something to cry about. But like if your finger's just like swollen or bruised, like keep it going. Like one time I rolled my ankle. Next day, I did my training, did my thing, carried on my day. Like nothing to cry about here.
So it seems like you have quite a very tough mentality. So we've been speaking for quite some time now, and then you seem like you have a tough, quite mentality. You're just like, you know what, just do it, just get over it. Did you have a time where that tough mentality just wore off? You're just like, you know what, I just can't do it anymore. I just don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to swim anymore. Because even when growing up, you said you didn't like the team that you had.
Yeah.
Did you have that time in the team where you're just like, I just don't want to go training. I just don't want to do it. Like, did you have that moment, or were you just like, you know what, I'm just going to go there, I'm just going to train, I'm just going to go home?
Yeah. Obviously, there are times when, like, I've reached training and I'm like, oh, I really don't want to get in the water. But there's obviously going to be times where, like, you just have to do what you have to do. And, like, you have got to push back the side that's telling you, like, don't do it. And there's definitely times where, like, I'm about to get, this is for swimming, like, I'm about to get on the block for, like, to do a competition. And I look to my left and I see some tall girl, yo, her name's like well known, and then there's just me, and sometimes I'm just like, oh, I really don't want to do this, like, but at the end of the day, you generally just, all you have to do is look up, you see your dad, you see your mum, see your whoever's there,
your support system,
and they're like all like clapping and cheering for you, so like you get that uplift to like be like, yeah, you can do it, and then you just carry on doing your thing, win. If you lose, it's fine, there's always another competition next. But
so you said that if you lose, there's always another competition next.
Yeah.
When you quit, and well, you quit because you've started your new job that we'll talk about.
Yeah.
But have you always had that part where you're just like, I just want to get back in the water, like I just want to go back to swim, because you haven't swum in a while, you haven't been part of that team, you haven't done that, and it hasn't even been a year yet since you've had that job, is it?
Yeah.
So like, is there a part where you're just like, I just want to do another competition, but do you feel like if you say that, you'll get back in the water and you just be like, I'm done, like I just don't want to do it anymore?
I'd say, I've been working this job for 6 months. I still see them because they still swim on my campus or whatever. But I look at, like, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I really want to, like, join them. But then I think about training and I'm like, yo, was I even happy, like, during training, or did I just train for the sake of training? But I feel like if I ever got the opportunity to go back in the water again, I will go back in the water again. Because I look at people swimming and I'm like, yo, like, I want to be in the water with you. Like, let me in, like, type of thing. But obviously, life's busy. Like, life's tough. Like, I don't have time for training anymore. Like, obviously, I have gym, I have whatever. But swimming takes dedication. Like, swimming's a sport.
It's discipline.
Yeah, like, you need, like, all the time that you can give. And if I can't give it, if I can't be 100%, I'm not going to give half. I'm not a half type of girl.
Yeah.
I'm an 100 type of girl.
Yeah.
You get it?
So when you said training and takes a lot and stuff like that, just for everybody to know, take me through your training day. Like your typical training week, how would your typical training week be when it comes to swimming? Because you did swimming and boxing at the same time. Like you were doing 2 sports at the same time at one point before you quit. Take me through how your day or your week was with the training, because you must have been really, really busy.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Let me take it back. Let me take it back to last year. Obviously, for example, like in the morning, I have school. Obviously, I have school on the weekdays. Everyone has school. Imagine GCSE's time as well, so it's kind of like stressful. It's getting to your head. But I'd wake up, if I woke up early enough, I'd get in a run or a little workout before school. I'd get ready, go to school, come home, do a little revision, skip before I left as a warm-up for swimming, not boxing though.
Yeah.
For a little warm-up for swimming. And then I'd go swimming, train 2 hours, get in the water, do your thing, come home, eat, sleep. And then next day, obviously boxing training, so same repeat like for the morning process, and then afterwards go boxing training, come home, sleep again, man. Just repeat.
repeat.
repeat and repeat.
Yeah, so with the whole repeat, like keep going, were you ever just physically exhausted, physically tired? Because even as us female athletes, we have our periods, we menstruate and stuff like that. So how were you in that time? Because when we menstruate, it takes about flipping a whole week of our month gone. Every single month, there's a week of a month we're gone. We're deflated, we're tired, cramps, back pains, headaches, everything. So how did you kind of work around being on your period when doing these sports?
Well, obviously, if you don't know, for swimming, you actually can't. You can if you want to, because some say it stops in the water, but me, I don't listen to that. When I'm on my period, when I'm swimming, that's my time off. Like, ain't no one's forcing me in the water. If I need my week, I'm gonna take my week. You get it? But for boxing, I feel like, you know what it is for me? I feel like exercising, working out, going gym actually helps instead of just sitting at home. Obviously, sometimes periods are painful, especially mine. And to be honest, I do get symptoms a week before I actually get on.
When it's coming.
So I know when it's coming. So I can just feel it, because I'll be dizzy, like disorientated, like all of that. But you just have to work your way around it. If you can find your way around it, then you can do anything.
And you say you have the dizziness, the disorientation and stuff like that when you are menstruating.
Yeah.
How have you coped with that? Because it is quite, when a woman is on their period, they do have different symptoms and stuff like that. How have you actually coped with that stuff? Because you say you don't swim, but you still would do boxing. So when you go to training, do you have that kind of support people behind you? Do you let them know what's going on, or do you just like, because of your like mental toughness, are you just like, you know what, I'm not even going to tell them, I'm just going to go, I'm going to train. If I'm dizzy, oh well, just get over it, I'm going to train being dizzy and then go home and sleep.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I do as well. Like, maybe if it's my girls, I'll tell my girls, but for anyone else, I wouldn't tell them, because I just wouldn't. But I feel like you got to find like your way around it. Like, if I'm training, like, if I know my body needs a break, I'm going to take that break. And obviously I can speak to the coach and be like, yo, like, today's just not my day. Can you please just, like, let me off, like, all of this. And if I feel like I genuinely cannot attend training, I'm not going to force myself. You're not going to attend training. Because you have to listen to what your body says.
So you just said your coaches and your support from your coach. So for boxing, was your coach a male?
Yeah.
And swimming, female, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll talk about the difference between the two.
Yeah.
When it comes to your male coach in boxing, as we were just talking about menstruating and stuff like that, and you said you're comfortable enough to go up and speak to him and tell him, look, I'm on my period, I don't feel well. Was he very much supportive with that, or was he just like, just do it, like it doesn't matter? Because a lot of people out there don't have that support system from their male coaches, because some of them are quite uncomfortable with the fact that you're telling them. Like, some of them say it's too much information. Yeah. But with your male coach, do you feel like you were comfortable and he kind of understood everything and he was just like, okay, Marian, like, just take it easy for the day?
Yeah. Do you know what? You have to find a coach that literally, like, hears you for you. Like, whether you're male or female, whether, like, whatever differences you have. And if I go tell my coach something, like, it genuinely, like, needs to be heard. And if it's not heard, there's someone else that's going to do that for me. Like, if you can't hear me and tell me, like, yeah, listen, if I'm, like, not feeling good, I'm not doing it. Like, there's no way someone can, like, force me to do something when I'm not feeling 100%. And if my coach don't want to hear it, my coach don't want to hear it, but there's someone else that will. But thankfully, my coach does hear it.
He does hear it.
Yeah, he does hear it. You got to have that conversation, that relationship where you can, like, banter with them. Like,
do you feel like that was quite tough to build that banter with your coach, like, or was he very, like, kind of easing? Because you said you started in a mixed class. Usually with some male coaches, they kind of bond more with the males because they think sometimes they have the same banter, and some of them are like, oh, it's just like girls, like they're just gonna be girly. Do you feel like building that relationship with your coach was hard, or was it, like, really easy? Like, you just got in the gym, because you said you got in the gym because your brother and your dad was kind of into it already. Do you feel like when you got in there it was kind of easy? You're just like, oh, I'm just going to joke about, like, he's fine with the banter and stuff like that? Or was it just hard to, like, build that bond first of all? Because sometimes people take it slow. Like, some people are slow burners. They're just like, oh, well, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to be quiet. And then months go by and then all of a sudden there's person. But with you, do you feel like that banter was really easy to build up with your coach?
I feel like I'm like a quiet but loud person.
Yeah.
Like you understand it. Like sometimes I know when to
When you're around the certain people.
Yeah, it's like certain people that gets my like energy going, and it's like certain environments. Like if I'm in like a random like loud environment, I'm literally gonna be quiet. But obviously it's a gym, it's a boxing gym, like I enjoy it. So I'm obviously gonna be talkative, I'm gonna be loud, I'm gonna talk to like few people, and like obviously that's how you like get connected. So I feel like it was pretty, I wouldn't say it was easy, but it was like medium. Like it was easy to banter, easy to talk, like easy to like get to know. Like I'm a very easy person to like get to know. So I feel like it just kind of just flowed, and as it flowed, like a relationship like gets built like over time.
When it comes to like it flowed and build banter with your coach and stuff, you were also in a mixed class. Like it wasn't just separated female, male, 2 different boxing classes. Do you feel like with your coach and stuff, do you feel like he was kind of like not kind of balancing out who he liked, like let's say like favourites or whatnot? Was he kind of like favouriting the boys over the girls? Because being a girl in boxing, a lot of people are like, oh my god, like she's a girl, but then they're like, oh, are you sure she's good enough? Are you sure she can punch hard? Like, did he like partner up with like the other girls, if there was even other girls in your class? Or was he like, go with the boy, push yourself harder? Because some coaches are like, train with the boys. Because sometimes training with the boys, even when it comes like with me, training with the boys, it's a lot stronger, it's a lot better, it's a lot easier. Because you're like, I can push myself with these boys. But like, when it came to you and your mixed classes, was he kind of like, you're just training with the girls today, you're not training with the boys, like they're too strong for you, they're too this, don't hold the pads for them, don't punch them? Or was it just like, he was just like, you know what, Marian, go push yourself? Like, how was he in training?
I feel like it takes time. Like, obviously, any coach, any male coach is going to favourite a male boxer at any time. Like, even not even just boxing, like any like sport. I'm sure even you understand that for your sport. Like, a male coach is going to obviously always lean towards them. But I feel like if you put yourself out there and you push yourself enough, I know it's not supposed to be like that, but it is, unfortunately. It just happens. But if you push yourself enough to, like, make yourself like look good and like people to like see you and get an eye feel for it, then I feel like you'll get noticed, and your coach will push you and like make you like, oh, go spar with this one, go like do drills with that, like put you out there. And I feel like that's just what it was.
So when it was your training and stuff like that, when it did happen, were you just like kind of put down by it, or were you just like, you know what, I'm gonna prove myself in the ring, or I'm gonna prove myself in training, or I'm just gonna prove myself to you? Or were you just like, ugh, whatever, like it is what it is? Because sometimes the it is what it is mentality, it's not good enough sometimes, especially being a female athlete doing a mixed sport. Like, it's not like, and especially a martial arts sport as well, you're not running on a track face forward. Like, that makes sense because boys are automatically faster than girls. But with boxing, we get it, boys are stronger than females, but it's like, when training, you can still hold a pad for them. They're not going to break your arm.
We're both doing the same sport. We're both like, what is this?
So like, was your mentality just like, it is what it is, or it's just like, you know what, I'm going to prove myself to you. You partnering up with the girls, it is what it is. I'm going to prove myself to you. I'm going to do it. See how it goes.
Like, you know what, I live for this mentality. Like, you can't just be word of mouth. No. Like, you got to show some action.
Actions show something.
Exactly. Actions over words any day of the week. But that's like how I live with it. Like, if you're going to tell me I'm a girl and I can't do this and that, I'm going to prove to you why I can, which is what I did. Because being a girl doesn't mean that you can't do certain stuff. Like, what a boy does, I'm sure I can do 20 times better. And like, honestly, like what they do, I can assure you that I can do. Like, obviously there's some stuff in nature that a girl obviously can't do. But there's like majority of the stuff a boy can do, a girl can do too.
That's good. So we're going to switch to the difference now, because you said in swimming you had a female teacher, right? So when you had that female teacher, so you've gone to boxing and then the next day you're going to swimming. Like, do you switch who you are? Because sometimes in a boxing gym or doing 2 different sports, you can be a shy person in this sport, and then at swimming you're like this very outgoing person, you're speaking to everyone. Like, what was the switch between the 2 different coaches, and how did you manage to switch between the 2 different sports and the 2 different coaches, one being a male and one being a female?
Yeah, you know what, my swimming coach, me and her, we go way back. we've had some arguments, we've had some rows, we've had our ups and downs, but like, even she would probably say the same about me. Like, we're both 2 different people. Like, she sees me and she's just like, I know you can push yourself harder than you're pushing yourself right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shout at you and I'm going to make you angry and I'm going to like basically force you to do better, which is what she did. And obviously sometimes I've already had a long day previously. Like, I'm not going to come to training all like happy and giggles and I'm not going to do like 100%. And a coach shouting at me, sometimes it will take you off, which is obviously what she did, which drives me crazy, drives me insane. But I love her dearly because she's a lady. She understands, like, if I'm not feeling well, she'll talk to me, like, ask me, like, what's wrong.
They automatically see it.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like a girl to girl, like, they, like, it's the eyes. It's the eyes, Chico. They never lie. Chico. No, but seriously, it's the eyes, though. Like, they know. Because they go through similar stuff, like, that you do, like.
They've been there, they've done that.
Yeah,
like, they're
exactly.
teaching you, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you say she pushes you, she's hard. Sometimes when coaches are hard on you, there's some people who just like, I just don't want to do it. Like, just shut up. Like, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
And you have those days. I've had those days. And you just give them the eye roll, give them the side eye, and just like, just go away. Leave me alone. So obviously it's swimming, right? So you're in the pool. You're hearing them. While you're up and down in the water.
That woman can shout. Whoa, like, she can shout.
She can shout. So how were you when she was doing that stuff to you? Obviously, it's not a bad thing. That's the way that she was coaching. That's a normal coaching way it was. So how did you kind of deal with it on those days? Because you can just come home from school, because you said you were training during GCSE season. You'll come home from school thinking you've had a bad exam, like, it's just been awful. And then you go to training and she's just constantly screaming at you, Marian, Marian, Marian. How were you dealing with that?
Yeah, okay. For swimming, like, swimming's like my way of like quiet. Like, everything's just like, you're in the water.
Blocks you out from
like,
everything.
you're literally quiet. Like, I love swimming. But if I'm coming swimming on a bad day and I'm coming training and this like coach is shouting at me, honestly, sometimes I just feel like going home early and be like, yo, like, I don't feel good. Like, let me go home. But you kind of just have to like push yourself, pick yourself up and just get through it. Like, if your coach is shouting at you, it's for a reason. Like, just do it.
So she's just constantly screaming at you, constantly shouting at you, constantly this, constantly that. Some people think they're being picked on. A lot of people think they're being picked on.
Yeah, 100%.
A lot of people think, oh, she's always picking on me. She's always screaming at me. She's always shouting at me. I'm done. I'm finished. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Like, you said your coach was quite harsh and stuff like that. Did she also have, you said she was lovely, you guys got along, but you have your rows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That is normal. I do it all the time. It happens. You have your difficulties.
Yeah.
But when it came to actual competing and stuff like that, how was she in a competition mode, and how was your partnership with her in that competition mode? Because competition is different to training. Training, you can laugh about, you can do whatever. It is what it is. Some competitions you can laugh about and do stuff like that, like outside of it. But how was she as a coach when it came to training? And how were you when it came to, no, not training, when it came to competing? And how were you when it came to competing as well with your coach? What was the bond like when competing with your coach?
My coach, like, listen, my coach, she loves competitions. Like, she'll go, if there's a competition, she's there. Like, but let me say, my coach never will scream at you in a competition. Like, if you're racing and like there's people cheering, like, she will generally tell them like, shush.
Oh, so she
like,
likes
stop.
it. She likes it quiet.
She likes it quiet. Like, she likes to be in her like zone, which is what, like, I don't know if I like that or not, to be fair, because I've seen other like clubs and they're like, woo, woo, like, let's go. I'm like, our club is just like zen. And I'm just like, okay. But my coach as well, she'll never go out there and be like, you need to get first. She'll be like, yo, like, go get your PB, go beat your time from last season, and then we'll talk from there. Which is always what I like, because like getting first doesn't always mean like you're doing good, because in swimming, like, you're in heats, and like in your heat it will have like, you can have 17-year-olds, 15-year-olds.
So it's not age.
It's not age, and it's not about speed as well. Like, you're just competing, like, to compete. So who's next to you might not even be in your category, like, to win a medal. So it's just like, don't compete with them, compete with yourself. Go beat your time.
It's you versus you at the end of the day.
Yeah, because like the person next to you is not going to get you the time to win a medal. Like, do you type of thing. And I can't lie, I always loved the competition, like the little adrenaline before like stepping on that block and diving in. Yo, shout me, like, that's my type of vibe to it.
You said your coach liked it zen and liked it quite quiet and stuff like that. And you said you didn't like that.
Yeah.
You said you hear everyone like cheering and like, come on, like, da, da, da.
Yeah.
Whereas your thing was quite zen. Why do you think that is? Like, why do you think she wanted it like that? Because usually you want people who's behind your back. But you said at the start of this that you always had your family and you can hear your family, and your family was at every single competition you were, and they were supportive throughout the whole thing. But why do you think she wanted that zenness? Because realistically, you're in the water half the time. You're only out of the water for what, like 0.5 seconds, however long it is. So why do you think that was kind of a big thing for her?
I actually did ask her this, and she honestly told me that swimmers do get distracted by like people, like they'll be like, okay, so I'm swimming, I'm about to do my tumble turn, and there's people like go at the end, and it's just like you're distracting the swimmer. They're supposed to be in competition mode and you're distracting them. And she told me, I honestly don't know if I believe her, but she told me that she's seen a swimmer previously get in the water and they completely got distracted because there was someone cheering at the end. So like they like missed their time by like 0.2 seconds or something. So if coach says don't do it, don't do it.
Swimming, this is the last question. Swimming, you guys have PBs and season bests and stuff like that, which is very different to boxing, obviously. What was it? Because you literally said a couple of minutes ago, it's you versus you. Everything is you. I think the motto in life, it is you versus you. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Comparing yourself to other people isn't going to get you anywhere. You need to get to where you want to be in your future.
Because you're never going to be that person.
Because you're never going to be the person that you're comparing yourself to realistically. It's literally life is you versus you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing when it comes to personal best and season's best and stuff like that. How was it when you got on the water and you're like, you know what, I want to get this time. This is the time I'm going for today. Coach said I'm getting this time, I'm getting this time.
Bro, like, she told me I have to.
It is happening. What happens when you don't get the time? Like, how has your mentality switched from I'm wanting this time to, oh, for God's sake, I didn't get this time? Like, how did you deal with that?
There's going to be times where you don't like achieve the goal that you want to get, which obviously we're talking about PBs and season best. There's been a time where I've definitely gone in the water and I'm like, yo, like I need to get a medal. I want to get a PB, and I didn't end up getting it. Matter of fact, I've got worse than what I even like thought I'd get if I didn't get it. So sometimes it's like, it's a setback, but you just have to like use it as an advantage to go do better. Like you can't we're not no like fortune teller or time like someone who can like time the clocks backwards. Like what is done is done. It's happened.
It's now in the past.
Exactly. So you like obviously be sad, dwell about it, feel your emotions, but don't dwell so hard to the point that like you're getting in your head for no reason. There's always going to be another competition. There's always going to be more PBs that you can achieve. There's more medals that you can achieve. Like, go do better next time.
Life goes on.
Exactly. Go training. Go back to training. Train harder. Do better.
Okay. So we're going to finish on a couple more questions. So I don't know if you guys know, but she doesn't do swimming and boxing anymore. She's quit, as she said earlier, for 6 months now.
Yeah.
You've done for, because you have a new job. You have this new job that takes over your life. You're in job every day after college. Literally all the time. You're in your job and you're doing lifeguarding, right?
Yeah.
Take me through that. Why did you want to be a lifeguard as a job? And you have to do a course for it as well. Take me through your course and why you wanted to be a lifeguard.
For lifeguarding, obviously growing up, like I feel like lifeguarding like goes co-hand with swimming.
Yeah,
I'm not even
you
gonna
see
lie.
it on the side all the time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, like when I was growing up, I looked to my left, I'd see a lifeguard. Like I've even had friends like that previously swam in my club, quit to go do lifeguarding as well. So I always like thought like that's what I want to do as a job. Like I wouldn't want to do anything else. Like I wouldn't want to like, for example, go work in Greg's. Like I wouldn't want to do that. Like it's just not a bit of me. Do you know what I mean? And for my lifeguarding course, like it was a lot of money. I'm saying roughly around like £400, 300.
Damn.
Like you got to spare your money for it.
It's
but
a lot, yeah.
I feel like it's for a reason, because lifeguarding, you like do first aid, you do in water training, you got to do pool trainings every month to make sure like you still remember stuff. And like I can't lie, for the first aid stuff, you're gonna need to be like a tough soldier, because I've had a few instances at work where like sometimes you look to your left and you're like, yo, this is going to give me PTSD. I feel like a soldier. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm young. Like, it's supposed to be a fun job. But obviously, I feel like if you want to do something and you're good at swimming,
do it.
Do it.
So you've said you've had a few incidences. I'm going to put your business out there because...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is a raw conversation.
Okay.
When you're doing your lifeguarding course, obviously you have to do an exam at the end, don't you?
She's putting my business out there.
I already know. But for the people to know, how was that like? Because I know it was tough for you, because I've heard the story, but people need to hear the story. How was your lifeguarding kind of exam at the very end?
Guys, it was actually really stressful. I'm not even going to lie to you. Let me be so honest with you. I failed one section of it. I did fail it. Like, it was written fail, fail, whatever. My teacher had to walk me in the field and, like, give me a little pep talk and tell me, like, look, you did your best. And I was, like, not trying to hear it. Like, I'm not going to lie. It was one of those things that got to me, like, I woke up early, like 6 a.m., leave, go to like a whole different area to where I live. I'm like for a whole week, come back late. I don't even got time for myself, and you're telling me I failed. Yo, that's gonna hurt me.
Yeah.
But then I'm not gonna lie, whoever this lady was, I don't even know her name. Angel, bloody Angel. She literally saw me upset. Obviously, she came to me and she told me like, look, listen, come with me now, and I'll give you like 5 minutes, and we'll make sure you pass.
You'll make sure. So she put you
and
through
she genuinely like, she's the one that got me the qualification and got me the job. Like, she did her big one.
What a woman.
Like, I don't even know who she was.
Thank you, Angel.
I'm telling you, she was an angel. Like, she was a miracle lady. If it wasn't for her, I don't know what I would have done. Like, honest, I'd have to come back and do it again in like 2 months, which like, who wants to do it again? I was literally calling time quits and saying goodbye because I'd have to pay it again.
Yeah. So being a lifeguard,
yes,
people don't know, but she's like 5 foot. You're like,
I'm like,
you're short.
Yeah,
you are tiny.
Short queen.
Literally short queen. But being a lifeguard, obviously a lot of people just expect males to be a lifeguard and stuff like that. So at work, you've obviously had a few incidences when it comes to people and stuff like that. We're not gonna kind of explain the big things for work reasons. But how have you dealt with, because you've done it for 6 months, and I've heard a few stories where you've had quite a lot of people come at you and stuff like that, and you were small and you're little, and I don't expect you to have a mouth on you, realistically.
Yeah, but I do.
But you do. You have a mouth on you. So how have you dealt with work for the past 6 months? How has it been with you? What are the difficulties you've had, and how have you overcome it?
Listen, there's obviously some people when I'm literally like, listen, I could be minding my business. I could be being so nice to them. Yeah. They'll come to me, yo, like, you can save me. You. And I'm just like, yeah, like, listen, if I couldn't save you, honestly, I wouldn't be sitting on this chair. We do pool training every single month. Yeah. First of all, for the qualification, they'll put you with the biggest, most heaviest guy on purpose to make sure that you genuinely can do it. And let me tell you something, even if I can't get you out of the water straight away, there's other people that will be around that can help me. Like, let's just say, for example, one day, like, my muscles are strained because I know I can't save you. Like, listen, you can be huge. You can weigh 600 pounds. I'm taking you out of the water. Like, it's my job. It's my job. But I just brush it. Like, sometimes I'll answer back and be like, yo, like, who are you talking to? But sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I ain't even going to give you the time of day because what am I giving you the time of day for? Like, you're not going to help me. Like, if I answer you, what's it going to do for me? Nothing. If I don't answer you, it's going to make you even more mad, like, that I'm not answering you. So it's just that tough. It's just basically that tough mentality you have. Like, I think we've realised the theme throughout this whole thing is your head is strong. You are strong-headed. You're just like, I'm doing it. It's happening. You leave me alone. You know it is what it is. Yeah, I'll only give you the time of light if I genuinely think you're worth it. And if you're worth it, you got to be family. Or like Shanae here, or Daisy Barker sitting outside. Those are the only people that can get to my head, honest. Yeah. So this is the last question I'm going to ask you. I end every episode with this now. If you had one thing that you wanted to tell someone out there, a female boxer, a female swimmer, someone who wants to be a lifeguard, what would your words of advice be to them? My word of advice would be like, listen, it's so short and simple, but don't let anyone tell you that you can't do anything, because like, it's your life, it's your choices, you can do anything that you put your mind to, so go do it. Well guys, so that was the first episode of Pressure Point today with my friend Marian. I'm your host Shanae Anthony, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye!